Wednesday. Every day is a day. I think probably my favorite days is my Thankful Thursdays and my Satisfying Sundays. Because Sundays I get to, I get up and be with a part of my family in the house of the Lord, and then I get to watch Lifetime and enjoy Mama's couch, enjoying Sunday dinner. So I think those are my favorite days, but each day is a day to honestly is blessed to be on this side. I always say, and what I love to do as we start our meetings here at the Circle of Caring, I literally start all meetings just like this. So get you one or two in. Because we know that if you're not breathing, you what? You dead. We know if you're not breathing, you dead. But it's one thing to just be breathing and talking like this, and it's another thing when you can just... And most of the time, and depending on what we are all doing in our lives, especially within business, churches, and organizations, that's secondary after we get to our own lives. We're coming and going. You never know where you just came from or where you got to go when you leave. So I don't take for granted those that take a moment to sit in these rooms with us. So I know we'll have a person or two joining us that is running behind. So I want to welcome you to the Circle of Caring, and this is a room to where it was created for us strictly to come to the table to enjoy a meal together and to bring business, churches, and organizations together to not only see what each individuals are doing, but what can we collectively do together. So I personally believe that this room has been created and given for us to not only, I came up with this morning, Mr. D.
All right.
It was so powerful. I was like, oh, this is good. But I think that this room has been created, given to have the power to spark connections and empower collaborations. To spark connections and empower collaborations. And when I thought about that, I thought that's what we've literally spent the last 3.5 years doing, is sparking connections and empowering collaboration. So I'll pray for our breakfast. We normally have breakfast. We normally have breakfast and lunch. But I'll pray for our lunch because my morning has been busy. But I'll pray for our lunch, and ladies first, restrooms, these are closed. So restrooms are out this door to the left. And there is some hand sanitizer up here as well. So, Father, thank you so much as you all are eating. Keep eating. Hope you are enjoying. Please help yourself. I gotta be honest, I made the peach cobbler, so if it's okay, is it okay? Okay, because let me tell y'all, please let me know in a minute, because y'all, it's not my mama's, it's definitely not my grandmama's, but I told my mom, I said, I want to be able to do my own peach cobbler without you one day. And I figured I'd do it with y'all. So I hope it's okay, y'all.
Why you start with us though? I mean, you
because
I start with the church or something.
I know, because I figured this is my church family. This is my church family outside of my church family. This is my church family with the businesses, the churches, or the organizations.
If they stomach start hurting, then we know.
Listen, definitely won't be hurting because I did get a good review on another meeting that I had. So y'all are actually the first, but I definitely wanted to at least do the dessert. So I figured I will. I got a marker too, sister. Where's that other marker at? Y'all send it back this way.
It's good though.
Is it good?
I just would like to have your crust.
To keep enjoying your time, but we're going to do introductions. So please go around and introduce yourself, share your name, the organization you represent, and a little bit about it. Now, this is our time to where we like to use this as an elevator pitch. We often say 60 seconds, but that would be a whole hour. So we would love to keep it down, to at least, 20 seconds if we can, or shorter. I know, right? Or shorter. I know, right? That's so funny. So, but we'll actually start with Shauna.
Shauna.
Yeah,
I
we'll
was
start
trying to
with
get
Shauna.
one
I know
night in.
before the night, right?
That's okay. Well, that's all good. Thank you guys, and thank you, Ms. Nina, for having me. Shauna Morris with the Mayor Health Caritas. I'm the mobile wellness administrator. Some of y'all have seen that 45 Big Blue mobile unit bus. I am tasked with traveling the state of Louisiana, bringing care to the doorsteps of those who need it.
Okay.
Very nice. Right on time.
You would wait till I put a bite in my mouth. That's right.
Well, Mr. David gotta go.
All right, well, my name is David McCarter, and I'm with Community Renewal International, and we intentionally build and grow positive, caring relationships across the depth and breadth of our community, from the inner city to the suburbs, to all of the businesses, churches, organizations, because only when we get to know one another and build collaborative relationships can we be at our best.
Absolutely.
I'm Jennifer Smith, and I am with the Shreveport Job Corps Center. I'm an admission counselor there. And what we do over there, what I do over there, we house students from ages 16 to 24 to come in our program with or without a high school diploma. And we also have 7 trades there, well, plus 1, 8. So, I'm an admission counselor.
And so
And we
excited
still
about
going
what-
strong.
Yes, so
So-
excited. Yes, so
Yeah, we're
excited.
still going strong.
I'm Carol Darby, and I'm senior placement specialist. And so what I do, once you enroll them into the program, then I assist them with transitioning from the center, whether it's a job, the military, or another educational program. Normally our students go to college. So far this year, we've already sent 7 students with the military. And like she stated, we're still open, enrolling students. Everything is operating the same. We do have a court date on Friday, so y'all keep y'all fingers crossed for us that our program can continue, because it's well needed. And we do want to thank everyone. Now see, I'm talking longer. But we do want to thank everyone for the support, because we've got so much support from Shreveport, and we do appreciate it, and we still need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You left us.
I did. Money talks.
Good afternoon. My name is Brenda Johnson. I'm senior admissions counselor, and I mean senior. I've been there for over 27 years. And the reason I'm there is for the students.
That's right.
I love my job, I love what I do, and this is a program that is well needed. We've been on that corner for 45 years. And they're trying to stop it, but it's not gonna happen.
We trust in God.
So we still going strong, and we help these kids get good jobs. We have kids working at Disney. We have welders working in Miami. And these kids are making $25, $35 an hour, our welders, so that's one of our top trades on the center. So they are still, all we're waiting on now is to start bringing some more in.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Melissa Sarikas. It's my first time here. I'm with the Literacy Volunteers at Centenary College, so I'm the program manager there. We have 48 students and 24 tutors who volunteer their time. We tutor in pre-high set, like GED program, basic literacy, so people who need to learn to read, and then ESL, so people who are trying to learn English as a second language.
And is that program free?
Yes.
Wow.
Students, yeah.
Come on. Okay.
Free. Well, that's all you need to say.
Yeah.
Free. Well, our ears start perking up.
Yes.
I'm Mike Lennon
I need to make sure I
with
get that
Community Renewal. And as David said, we're the relationship folks. We intentionally build and grow positive, caring relationships as the foundation for the renewal of community. All right.
Good job.
I'm the new kid on the block, along with someone else. I'm executive director of Now I'm Alive Reentry Program. We just getting started in May, was our first cohort, and I'm looking forward to working with you guys. And if you're looking for a place, we have 2,500 square feet that we're not utilizing.
Come on.
And I would love to partner up with someone who could, maybe we can put some beds or something in that place. All right.
Definitely in the chat.
Where are you located?
4126 Greenwood Road. We are ministry also. I'm the bishop of the house, but we have 2,500 square feet behind the church.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So if you wanna know more about it, get with me after this meeting and, we can talk about it.
Absolutely.
I guess I'll stand. This is my first meeting.
Welcome, Dinah.
New kid on the block.
Welcome.
I'm new, but not new. to
Yes,
Miss Nina.
yes.
My name is Donna Fields. I am the outreach coordinator for Acadiana Legal Services. We are a legal aid service. We do civil legal aid, so no criminal, no personal injury. It is income based, but most people who receive public benefits and seniors 60 and older, most of the time can get our services. We do cover 42 parishes. Wow. Everything west of Mississippi. So we do everything from child custody, divorce, wills and successions, helping with tenant issues, help with social security disability, and we also have a disaster unit that helps individuals when these hurricanes and tornadoes and other things come through and you're fighting with FEMA, we help you with it.
Right.
So, if you need any more information, just let me know. I did pass my card around.
Oh,
and
we
then
got
I have
it.
some more brochures by the signing issue.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm Jeff Nord. I'm with the Louisiana Workforce Commission, Veteran Services. And in short, we just help unemployed veterans and disabled veterans find employment. I cover everything from Bossier on eastward to Lincoln Parish. You know, all along the I-20 corridor.
Welcome. Good morning.
My name is Kelly Gowers, and I'm also with Louisiana Workforce, the Job Fair State Grant Program. So we do work with veterans, but we also work with veteran spouses that are looking for employment and training opportunities. We do a lot of referrals to outside agencies, so we always look for agencies that we can refer our veterans to. But right now, it's really a crowd because it's kind of drying up a little bit. So we're looking for veterans. We know that there are a lot of homeless veterans out there. So we're looking for those that we can bring in and get them the resources that they need. We know that mental health in this area with our veterans is a big issue. So we're looking to try to get those people the help that they need.
What about, a veteran that's trying to get their, benefits? Y'all do?
Well,
That's
we
what Donna
are trained
Fields
in that,
doing,
but we
too.
can refer them to where they need to go.
Oh, I didn't hear her say the
Well,
veterans.
no, I forgot to say.
Yeah, she didn't say veterans. Mr. George. Okay.
That's my fault.
Right, that's okay, that's okay. I know Mr. Jeff, he and I work at the same building, so I know what he kinda does, but I didn't know, you know.
And that's what I love about the circle of caring, because what one may miss, the other one will catch. You know, we are all in this thing together, because I know if I gotta rely on my ears to hear it all, I will miss it. So yes. Go ahead, Wade. Y'all, now this is the youngest one in the room here. I tell Wade, if I got his age, I would double my age, y'all.
All right.
So this young man, boy, is just a walking testimony in itself. Go ahead, Wade.
My name is Wade Shimwell. I'm with Community Renewal, and I am a We Care neighbor.
Yes.
I'm just gonna raise my hand rather than standing.
Come on now.
My name
We
is
receive
Pam
you.
Kimball, and I am a We Care neighbor as well, and my focus is building caring relationships.
Yes.
Welcome, Pam.
So, I'm Kelly, this is Allie, we're both with Hands of Hope Behavior Health. We actually just moved our office. We have a couple of locations. We have an office here, we have one in Marshall, Texas, and we have one in Dallas. We handle clients from ages 5 to 99. And so if you need our services, please do not hesitate to contact us. We put a card around to everyone, and yeah. So, did you get?
I know where to find you.
Oh, yeah, because I was just gonna say, and I remember you from being the bus driver. He's a wonderful driver for. Cool, Mr. Robert.
Hello, I'm Robert Odom. I'm program assistant at Community Renewal. And Community Renewal has three main initiatives. One is We Care Neighbors, which is a block program we already talked about. And we have Friendship House, which is a comprehensive program for children and youth and also for adults to get their GED. And also we have We Care Partners, which is individuals, businesses, churches, and organizations coming together to make the city stronger.
Very nice.
Thank you, Robert. And last but not least, well, Mima is up here too, so introduce one of the mothers of the city too.
You want me to introduce
Yes.
her?
Yeah.
I mean, that's Ms. Bowman of the city. Ms. Bowman, you want to introduce yourself?
What church was it?
Calvary Community.
Hey.
Retired educator of how many years? Yes. 43, yes. So we call her the mother of the city, okay?
She ought to get some sort of award. for
Yes.
the
She should.
That part,
43 years.
yes.
I'm Crystal Woodford, from Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm in TV and film, and I've been in South Africa for the past 5 months.
Wow.
So anytime there's a Circle of Care meeting, I try to make it to see what's going on in the city.
Yes, indeed.
Welcome.
Welcome
Thank
back.
you.
Welcome back.
Thank
So
you.
glad to have y'all.
So good to be back.
So I am so grateful, as I mentioned, to really have you all here. I know for those that are new, we have a few first timers. As I mentioned, you're only a guest once. And from there, you are family. So feel free to come and bring your other family members along, your co-workers, your cousins and them, all of those folks, right? Because most of the time, birds of a feather usually do flock together. And so people that know somebody, people that are doing something, know somebody else that is doing something as well. And so what I do know and what I have always understood as we gathered these rooms together, as I was sharing with Donna, the first thing, Bishop, was to create the culture in this room. We spent probably the first 6 to 8 months just creating the culture because I needed it to be family. I needed it to be that atmosphere that anybody could come, but everybody wouldn't come. Because it wasn't about a me thing as much as it was about a we thing. So if you came into these rooms and you thought that this was about my thing or your thing versus what we can do collectively, then it always tends to weed out people that may have other agendas, absolutely. But we also understand in the Circle of Caring is that it's not any form of membership. You come when you can come, as Crystal mentioned, and you get what you can get while you're here. And it's not even as much so as what you get coming in, but what can you give, right? What can you give? Like I always tell even in church, it's not even about what you get when you come in here, but what can you give, right? Somebody needs your smile, somebody needs a hug, somebody's week may have just been unbelievable. Like when I get to see Sharma's face, I know the energy that she's gonna bring, all the time. And so those are why it's so important, and this room has always been so imperative for just our community as a whole. And it's never been about the numbers to me. Me and Mr. David have talked about it a lot. Whether there was 5 people at the table and we've had 55 people at the table. It was just a matter of who could come when they could come, and when they came, what could we do and what can we do.
And we've had some of the most impactful collaborations in the table of 5.
Yes, it has.
I'm glad I was one of the 5.
Yes, indeed. And so it has definitely been a joy. And as we embark upon the third quarter, somebody say 3.
3.
And the good book we read from, we know that's the Trinity, right? But it's something about that number 3, but this is the 3rd quarter of the year, y'all, and I always say, y'all, the holiday's tomorrow. I've been saying that since January. Do you hear me? It's gonna be here tomorrow. The fact that we are in Q3, y'all, that in itself says a lot. And so we know that time waits on no one. And one of the things, whether that has always been my heart sitting at the table of goodwill, because I heard, I started in the adult space in the city, well, really with the Affordable Care Act with AHAC. And then I ventured into goodwill and community renewal, but just being on the adult side of life, because I come from almost 30 years of working with youth and young adults. One thing I know, the older I get, that time waits on nobody. And at the end of the day, we all have an expiration. And I just want to make sure that when it's my time, I want to just not only hear well done, but I want that dash to speak a lot about my life.
That's right.
What did my life represent?
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? What did my life represent when I was here? Not just in my community, because this always can look good, but at home, in my personal relationships, and how I treat even the stranger, that's coming up asking for money. And I tell you, y'all, I even wanted to be mad at times. But then I have to think, if I really believe this book that I read from, it says I'm supposed to be the lender and not the borrower anyway. So why am I tripping that they borrowing from me, So I just think about stuff like that. But when I think about Q3, y'all, I think about where we going as a whole to conclude our year strong within CoC. And in order to do that, what I would like to do is spend our last few minutes. I know Job Corps has to get on the road to their next, because busy people understand busy people. But what I do want to do to spend our remaining time is to look at our last, not only Q3, but how do we finish our portion strong. Our meetings end in October. That's our last meeting. We understand that November and December, those months is busy. Holiday parties, by the time you come from Thanksgiving, I don't care how many days you work after that, folks be off mentally. So who gonna feed us? I'm telling y'all know that's a good point. Who gonna feed us? So why y'all ain't gonna have no meetings? That's a good point. Listen, I know it. It just seems like that, but we have done our last October meetings for the last couple of years. I know it, but you got to think about it. So October. So we're going to talk about that. Well, hold on. We've always ended meetings in October for the last couple of years. But then November, I do want to talk about that. And then December, we always do Heroes of the Heart with the Shreveport Family Christmas Festival. That's probably why it doesn't feel like we have ended in October, okay? So let's work our way backwards for a few minutes, okay? So October is well, let's start with December. December is the Heroes of the Heart. We've done, this will be our third, maybe third year, partnering with the Shreveport Bossier Family Christmas Festival with Gia Foundation, and that's with Dorian Ford. We've done that with her to where she nominates unsung heroes basically within the city. And so that is something that we have partnered with the last few years. So that's in December during the Christmas festival. I'm sure the date is done. I just don't have it yet, okay? So November, we normally do nothing, but I would like for us to at least put a pin there because it's Thanksgiving, my favorite month of the year. And I would love for us to consider something, but I want y'all to put a pin there because remember, October is our last meeting, if you will, right? But in October, that is Make a Difference Day month, okay? And so what I would love to do this year, and we talked about it for at least the last year and a half, I would love to explore what we can do as a Circle of Caring group. We've had can y'all believe that we've had almost 600 people walk through these rooms?
Wow, that's amazing. That's a blessing.
Isn't that crazy? In 4 years, really 3.5, because we didn't meet for the first 5, maybe 6 months. So about 3.5 years, we've had 600 people plus walk through these rooms. We've had tons of business, churches, and organizations, and of course, community leaders as a whole. So when we think about this, we're talking at this table, but we're considering everyone. Because the invitation will go out wide, right? So when we think about Make a Difference Day, what could we do as a caring? I'm thinking about like a Circle of Caring Expo, right? But we don't want to do something that everybody always do, right? Why? Because we're different. We've always done and been at health fairs. Not that we won't have the mobile unit there. We always have resource job fairs, like a job fair, right? But we've never had a community fair to where we had jobs there, where we've had nonprofit resources there, and we've had health there, and churches. Cause who can y'all stand for more members? Y'all got room for more members over there? Okay. Have we ever, and please stand to correct me, have we ever saw that type of fair in this community? That we've had everybody at the table?
I know.
Have you, sister?
I hosted one last month at our community pop-up shop.
Okay.
I had everybody at the table.
Okay, so businesses, churches, organizations. Okay, so.
But I mean, during this time now, it's still needed.
Oh yeah, it is now.
Oh, absolutely.
And it don't shock me that you did, or anybody in this room that have. I just have never been to one.
Right.
I was surprised I ain't see you, but I'm gonna let you slide.
Because I didn't know, sister. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was saying a lot of times the churches are left out, and that's where we need to start.
Come on now.
I had them pray over the community and everything. The one, I did the car show, the bike show, I had the pastor come out and pray with the church. I had the pop-up shop, I had the screenings with Remington College, I had food trucks, I did it all in Superman Shopping Center. Jennifer was there. I had everybody. I had insurance, I had the.
So we already got our list, obviously, right? We got a great starting list here. And we're talking about October, okay? So I want us to kind of think about, Mr. Robert, as you're putting these minutes together, can you just make me a list of these things as you pull these meetings? But I know so we're talking about a Circle of Caring Expo. So we're talking everybody at the table as one option, right? And these are gonna go out for a vote because we need to have at least it voted on by August 1st. So when we come back to the table in August, we have plans to move forward with what we have already decided.
Right.
Okay? So we got the Circle of Caring Expo, which is everybody at the table. We know we can't do like a paint your heart out because somebody's doing something like that, right? But could we do something like a home repair blitz to where we are doing home repairs on senior citizen homes on a Saturday?
As a service project.
As a service project.
Absolutely.
You know,
That's what I was
where
thinking
it would.
about. If we did like even tying it into making a difference, if we all picked some kind of community service project and we did it, whether it was paint like a elder, clean the neighborhood up, because I know they saying like there's a lot of cleanup that needs to be done.
Block by block they doing.
You know,
They did talk about that
you
yesterday.
know, we did feed the homeless or giving clothes away or just different things from, you know, and I think we all come from a wealth of things that we could do. Resources that we could give out, even if, I'm just saying Job Corps, if y'all did things and gave them out to the community, because I'm sure it's people down here, it's homeless people that set up, and maybe it just takes somebody coming down here saying, hey, if you had these resources and maybe you can get in school, or let me help you get a high set, because you know you wouldn't imagine how many people. And even working in mental health, I just met a parent, she's 40 years old and don't have a high school diploma. And that's, if you look at, that's a lot of times what hinders kids. You wonder where kid trauma come from, is it starts, that kid, you bleeding on, because it's coming from your child. You're 40 years old. and then it becomes a self-esteem thing. How I'm gonna tell my child I don't have a high school diploma, but I'm telling you do your homework?
That I don't know how to even help
That
you
I
do
can't
it.
even help you with.
That's good.
So
Absolutely.
you gotta think, hey, we gotta look, sometimes you gotta start at the top and work down.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes we gotta help grown people that got kid issues. And then that way, that can solve some of these problems that we do have, homeless problems, the crime issues.
Right.
Because a lot of times, I'm gonna rob you, I'm gonna kill you because I don't have the mentality. A lot of these people that sit in jail right now, if you look at their educational background, and I know y'all get this, they read on a 3rd grade level, they read on a 5th grade level, and they 27 years old.
One of my mentors said, you can spend $1 to prepare the next generation.
You're right.
Or you'll spend $3 repairing a
Right.
community that they just done tore up. So I agree with you,
Right.
Kelly. Like that is important and imperative. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
got some options out here. Because I thought about even it. Let's say if we focused on the kids, one of the things that I have always wanted to do from my program, my nonprofit perspective, is a uniform swap.
Yes.
Do you know how many good uniforms are out there that people just grow out of? So if you show up with 5 pants, long as they clean and no stains, you walking away with 5 pants. That's such an easy
And
thing.
you got to think about a lot of these schools that they don't tell you, even in Caddo, they'll send these kids home because they don't have a uniform, and that's not these kids' fault. I mean, you think about right now, they are putting out school. This is July now, early July. They've been putting out school supplies, and then you gonna have kids that show up next month that don't have a uniform, don't have a backpack, and that's not them kids' fault.
Yeah.
And they mama get their hair done, they go get a wig, they do this, they be at
Especially
that.
if you know how much
And-
weave is
exactly.
today.
And then the first thing they'll say is, I ain't have money to get their school supplies. I ain't have no money to get their uniform. And that's not these
It's
kids'
priorities.
fault.
Well, that's because they know it's help out there in the
Exactly.
community, and we're gonna bow
But
down
then
to
when
the
they
school.
don't get it, then the first thing, and again, you can't fault the educator because the educator doing what
their
the
job.
school policy,
Right.
the school board policy telling them to do, send the kid home till they get the uniform. So again, because our agency, we've given away uniforms, we've given away backpacks to our clients to make sure that these kids don't get put out of school.
yeah.
Because then that becomes a hindrance.
Yes, it
The bullying issue. They deal with that. So I think that that's a good idea. You do, uniform swipes, or you give them those things that if I'm giving you these things so that you will have them now, we don't have those problems. And that's why I said, I think it's such a big need for those things. And I think that with everybody sitting at this table, and like we got y'all got the friendship houses, and those same kids go to their friendship houses. Those need to be in them houses. And I think that if they're there, and I'm sorry, I done took over. I'm sorry, but that's
I know she has a.
That's a thing. But I think when it comes down to it, that's something that that's something that it'll make they do that.
Oh, they do? And just to add into what she's saying, that sometimes as a community, we do see these issues and we go out in the community and do it. But the reality is when we have all these fairs to give out to these parents, the same parents are the ones that show up. And the reality, the ones that need them, they're the ones not show up.
Right.
You have to work directly with the school if you want to have that type of impact.
Right.
Because the school knows exactly who needs what. But in the community, we all think alike. So we're all saying, well, we're going to go in the community and do it. But they're not the individuals that need it. Get with the schools, get with the councils. They know who need hygiene issues. Hygiene products. They know who needs uniforms. That needs to go through the school and not so much in the community. Not that the community don't need to do it. You have to work directly with the schools.
I'm always about working smarter versus harder. Go ahead, Mima.
That's the same thing that I was just about to say, Lord, because in my community, which is the Moortown community,
park and
I
all
work
that.
directly with the principal.
Yeah.
Uniforms that I pick up from all the folks in my family, kids that I do their uniforms or my church give them to me. I find shoes at Walmart for $2 and $1. I take all that stuff and donate it to the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Park Elementary has a building has a room down there that the principal keeps all the stuff that you donate to the children, and he distributes it, just like you say, to the ones that he knows that's definitely need those.
Right.
So, I just wanna.
To me, I think, like she said, I'm agreeing with you, we got to go to the schools, cause like you say, the same people go to all these rallies.
Yeah.
And get all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And the ones that really need it, when they get theirs gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to chime in here and just say, you know, this is a perfect example of why we come and sit in here. Because Mike and I just got off of Zoom that we're on every single Wednesday with 25 principals in Caddo Parish. All throughout every community, from kindergarten all the way through high school. And so, you know, now that we've got the knowledge of where to go to meet the need, to meet the demands and the what's fallen through the cracks in our system, we can begin to put together a sustainable plan with the people who are in the position to make the decisions to make it happen. And it's just through this collaborative partnership of working together that these things can happen. So if we don't sit in this room together, we're not gonna have that knowledge. We're all gonna be busy doing our own thing and trying to pick individual pieces that are never gonna tackle the whole elephant. It's only through a collaborative way of working together that we're gonna advance the cause of bringing the kingdom that we all want to see into the community that we live in.
I totally agree.
Yeah, Mr. D. And I don't care if the person is white, black, purple,
Me
pink,
too.
don't look and judge my friends, judge your cousins. If you see me with a purple something in here, because it's about community and it's about, like Mr. D said, being at these tables, understanding the power of we and not me.
And Nina, one more thing. I am blessed to be able to travel the state and just kind of see what works, don't work, and just from a different lens. In a perfect world, I imagine that when they have back to school, and I know it's important for the teachers to meet with the parent and set those expectations, but it needs to have community people there to provide the resources that they normally would not go out and get, like your, you know, being able to do the different screenings and provide these different needs and stuff. Let them know that we're there, the behavior health, the different things that they need within the schools, because they will prioritize that, and it should be mandated. You know, we can do a job fair, a resource fair in the community, the same people. I do go to Goodwill, job fair, everywhere, every time. I swear to God, you can't make this up. The same people there every time. I see you every time. But we need more engagement within the schools to let them know that we are all in this together. And this is important to you, so it's important to us. And so we're here now. And we should make this happen for these babies because they don't know. And these kids are mean. Like, for real.
Because they're angry, but you gotta think about what they're, like, I've worked with these babies for almost 30 years, y'all. And in my transparency, I did, like somebody asked me recently, well, how many parents did you work with? I wasn't interested in working with the parents. Because most of them wasn't even involved. And the few that you found involved, you grabbed them because they were your hands-on kind of volunteers. But most of these parents were just doing good to be working, if they were working. So they couldn't take off for basketball games or any of that. But what I did not know was the other side of it, of what they were going home to. I knew that they weren't going home to, obviously, no cookies and cream. But I didn't know, like one baby told me, she said, my mama, now this baby was probably 22, 23. She said her mom had been diagnosed with a mental illness since she was like 12. I hadn't even thought about the diagnosis that these babies were going home to and dealing with. So let me just ask this as we are, because we can, I mean,
let me just add one thing on that. I think it would be important to share a little context about the meeting that we're in, just to give a little hope about the future of our educational system here. So what these 25 principals are embarking on is a project called We Care Schools. And what We Care Schools is all about is creating a foundation of love and caring as the primary platform for education to emerge from. And so it's about creating the culture in the school of every kid's important, every kid is loved, sharing that love, listening, and they're all going through a collaborative process together of how to expand that from the administration to the teachers to the students and between and amongst all of them. And there's a very, very specified program that's been put in place that they've been running at University Elementary for about 7, 8 years now, and then it's expanded to other schools. And one of the things that they're starting to get now is hard data that by putting love and caring as the primary focus of the educational institution, all of the things that they are quote unquote responsible for are exploding. The educational attainment is exploding. The behavioral referrals are way down. Kids want to go to the school where they're valued because it's a safe place and they're being recognized. And so behavioral incidents are way down. Truancy is way down. I was on a Zoom about this yesterday, and it is unbelievable the positive, like one of this is Mansfield Elementary. You know, everybody knows Mansfield Elementary, and you got North DeSoto Elementary. Mansfield Elementary scored higher on their Dibbles attainment tests than North DeSoto. Not percentage-wise, straight up higher scores. And the only thing that they've really focused on is creating that culture of love and caring and respect for those children. And so if we can layer on the work that you guys are doing to clean that pool around those schools and fix the problems that these kids are going home to, and create a whole wraparound structure that takes and improves the climate and the culture of our entire community, you know, sky's the limit on where we can go.
Man, so let me ask this.
They still got their own money down.
Okay, let me ask this question. Thank you, Sugar. Thank y'all, Job Corps. I'm so glad to have y'all in the room.
Now we can clear up all the rumors, we're still
I know that's right. Yeah, so excited. So let me ask this question, you all, because I thought about, because even if we did like a uniform swap, that could actually be encompassed within a community resource fair. You know what I'm saying? Like we can kind of grab some things, right? But let me ask, as I'm looking at some of the other things, because there's no doubt we will cover mental health at this fair. There will be no doubt that we would have, a prayer piece in there for opening and closing with prayer with the churches. The resources would be in there. But let me ask, is it safe to say that whether we did a fair encompassing the kids, is it safe to say that we've kind of heard, or make sure my ears ain't hearing the only thing, about youth? Is that something that we kind of want to gear toward? Ms. Kelly over there like.
Youth tend to bring in parents.
Yeah.
But you have to have a buy-in that will make the youth want to be involved in it.
Well, when I think about this resource fair, I'm more so talking about, because we have the ideal of doing like a home repair blitz weekend, that type of thing. We do have that opportunity to be able to do that. But I'm thinking as a whole, like, do we want to just, don't even answer that. I'm going to put it out in an email. Have Ms. Rebecca send it out so we can vote. Would it be around youth? Like I said,
or families.
Families as a whole.
Families as a whole.
Families as a whole.
And family units. Because even if my child and I can't attend, I can get my niece, my nephew. Right. So family units, kind of like how they do with the Paint Your Heart Out, how they have organizations that go out and do these projects. Well, how about family units? And then you can always attach to another, family if you need to. And the church could sign up the unit, or have it optional where You know, I know that the Smith kids down the street really don't have they mama them involved, but I wanna work with the Smith kids, so that's gonna be part of my family unit, to give them the opportunity to do it, or even the schools. To have it divided up, where you can get the most bang for your buck. So when you think about it, you know, the schools can sometimes offer an incentive for them to participate.
The volunteer community service hours. So we'll be thinking through, because I love the ideal of inviting the family out to whatever that is, right? So we'll shoot for voting by August 1st. So you'll have an email that will encompass what our options are for this Make a Difference Day in October.
I love the title though. Make a
I
difference.
do. I like that too.
I
It's catchy,
absolutely
and I
hands
think
down,
it,
make a difference. It's just, I love that.
And so,
Girl, I'm so proud of you. We're gonna be having this conversation at lunch or something, so y'all have to excuse me. I get excited real easily.
So super excited, you all. So, and my thought process, as I mentioned, is once we decide by August 1st, our meeting after that is August 13th. We'll probably be at roundtables again, so that we can break down what we'll be working on during the festival leading up to that. So that's what we'll spend our time doing in August and September.
If you want to have it at the center, you're more than welcome to come to have that meeting at the center.
Oh yeah, we could do. Yeah, we could do that. So that would be ideally for sure. And I do know that one of the things that I would love for us to consider, and I've talked with Dr. Hicks about this, Mr. Mike, ARA, bless you, ARA, which is our HiSET program, has a student who recently graduated from the program. We had how many graduate this year, Mr. Mike? Do you know? Five or six graduate this year. So this was one of the students that graduated this year. Now, what I would like to do, because we you know, and I'm gonna definitely plug this out, for any organization that's interested in, you know, sponsoring our meals, we definitely always open that up. Also, I do want to consider whatever we do between now and December, right? So even for the Heroes of the Heart, what I would love for us to do as an organization from Circle of Caring perspective, they have a graduated student whose story is always, you know, when you got that, I was that kid that almost didn't make it, so I'm very familiar with these stories, right? But when you have this type of kid who has not only graduated, her mom is in a wheelchair, like just the story of having to persevere. But she's been invited to Carnegie Hall to sing. And I actually want to see what Circle of Caring can do as a whole to send a seed. I think they're going in February. And so I don't know if what we can do as a whole, but I'm putting that out there because a part of our Make a Difference Day, we want to not only make a difference here, but we want to empower somebody from here to go there, right? We saw it, Crystal is very modest, being from Moortown, as y'all say, Motown, right? You know, where I'm from, you can't say Shreveport you can't say Shreveport, it's Shreveport, okay? And so, but knowing what it's like to come from this community, and she's very modest, but being in the film and hair industry, she's had the privilege of doing all of the hair for Coming to America, doing all of the hair for Wakanda. Like, they just came off of Kevin Hart's Fight Nights. Like, they do the hair for these type of experiences. So, and I don't watch TV, so I live it through her, right? But it's being able to come from where you came from and being able to have the exposure and opportunities to grow further. So when I heard about that, talking with Dr. Hicks, I said, I'm going to mention it to Circle of Caring to see if this is something that we can at least, I don't care if we bless her with $100.
Yeah.
We're going to send something from Circle of Caring with this family for them to have a stamp on Circle of Caring coin.
Amen.
Because that's what we do, right? So any last minute thoughts, comments, questions?
Good job today.
Well, thank you, Sister
Good
Anna.
job.
Oh, thank you, Sister. There is so much, and I appreciate it. Like I said, we're in this together. So for my first timers, please send out an email, invite others to the table. I'm sure that as we gear up, I want y'all to watch how this room transforms, because people want to be a part of something. Like, we come to the table all the time to eat good because we're gonna eat good. I hope lunch was okay. Lunch was okay. We're gonna eat
that on
good.
that cobbler, girl.
Thank
Clock
you,
that.
sister. Thank you. Lunch is going to be good every time we come together, but we want to make sure that we're doing something, right? If we can. So this year, it was on my heart for us to do something, and I want to thank Ms. Jan for that, because I wasn't even familiar with Make a Difference Day until she mentioned it. So, upcoming announcements, y'all, if there's no questions, thoughts, or comments. Upcoming announcements, what's coming up in your organizations, or what do you have? I know I want to holler at you about that 2,500 square footage.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
So we already know that's coming up. Go ahead, me.
Got railroaded.
Uh-huh.
It's August the 2nd.
Okay, August the 2nd. Do y'all have flyers on that?
Is that Calvary? Is that Calvary?
Is
What church
at
is
Calvary
that?
Church? Yep, okay.
I was supposed to be there. We need to talk, cause I have to I'm not gonna be able to come. I'm supposed to bring the mobile unit, but we'll talk after the meeting. Cause I will donate some items, but I'll be on vacation. So, yes, we have, our CRI upcoming community, tour that actually allows you to see the Friendship House and see the programs that are so much more than what you get to see at these tables. So I invite you to that. It's the first Thursday of every month. Lunch is included. Y'all, we believe in feeding you at CRI. It's something to a good conversation and over a good meal. So please sign up for that if you have not done a bus tour yet. Any other upcoming announcements from your organizations? Yes. Couple of things. We normally, AmeriHealth Caritas, we're one of the best Medicaid programs here for the state. We normally do our own individual back to school event. This year we're going to be partnering with Head Start because they're one of our direct partners, and we're going to be hosting something with their parents. The great opportunity to get some information out to the parents during that parent meeting, so I'll get the information once we solidify it over to Miss Nina. But also that Sunday we'll be doing the event, hopefully over there in the Galilee area, where we're gonna be offering some screenings and different things for the community. So I'll keep you guys posted on that, because we do want other organizations, entities involved. I know that I personally don't like doing weekends, but I get tasked with weekends because everyone calls me about a weekend first. But if you guys are doing something during the week, I would love to participate. We do have a 45-foot mobile unit that is basically a drivable doctor's office where we can do screenings, health education, all different opportunities that we can do. I go to Head Starts, we read to the kids, or they watch a movie, we do line dancing, chair aerobics, chair yoga, big dominoes, we have a 65-inch television. You will have to see it in order to believe it, but that option is definitely available, and just want to put that out there for your next event.
Absolutely.
And we also have a facility, 3709 Juella Avenue. So for your meetings or events, it is a free space. So we welcome you to come and check it out, and we would love to allow you to host your event there as well.
Where is that located?
3709 Juella Avenue. It's in the shopping center with Super One. It's next to the shoe store, and in between that dentist, Taylor Dental and City Trends. Right there, really nice facility.
And consider that for your holiday parties, right?
No alcohol.
Oh, I forgot. I was about to say, it may not be alcohol, though, but
ain't gonna be able to have no alcohol. We can't see no alcohol there. But for your upcoming events that we can't see the alcohol. It's a really, really nice place to have your
Very
event.
nice place. Just no alcohol.
Or illegal items that we can see.
Right.
It's free.
Yes, and it's a very
Oh,
nice,
wow.
I do another community meeting over there, it's a very nice meeting too, so, meeting space, very nice. So.
Very demure.
Mhm, it
I
is.
did give you the date. We do help with veterans. We have grants to help veterans who are homeless or at risk of being homeless. We do what we call VA clinics, where they can come and sign up and be able to speak to a lawyer about whatever issue that they're going through, and also help them with their housing issue and trying to get them, back on their footing. And
Oh, I
so
love me some ice cream.
Our next
Arcade.
one here in Shreveport is on July 17th. It's at the VA clinic on Ninth Street.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we try to we've been rotating the clinics in our different service areas every 2 to 3 months. So the next one for Shreveport will be it will be September 18th.
So July 17th and September.
And September 18th.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, do y'all have flyers on that? Is that what you?
Yes, we do have. I don't have them with me.
Can you email
but
it?
They are. We do have a Facebook page.
Okay.
And they're posted on there. But I will email
Please,
it.
that way we can get it out. Cause that's so, I mean, we have, and Kelly and Jeff does a lot of work with veterans as well, but, we have a lot of overlapping, but man, I'm telling y'all, I'm always looking at how do I work smarter versus harder.
And we also help with expungement as well. So
See what I'm saying?
We have had expungement clinics.
I've been a part of that.
And so, like I said, we cover 40 superiors, so we have probably something going on every now and then. But if you are on any of our socials, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, we're on everything pretty much. And I have flyers by the sign-in table, and you're able to access our website and so forth. So,
Absolutely.
but I'll definitely.
Please, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect, Donna. Any other upcoming announcements that you all have going on? Anything y'all way, Melissa?
We're always enrolling students,
Okay.
so if anybody has anyone who is interested in learning English, learning to read, getting their eyes set, send them our way.
I definitely, and I'm
I was
so.
just gonna say, do you have some cards?
I do, yeah.
I'm so excited to know that Centenary offers that. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And it's free of charge.
And it's free.
To the
Yeah.
community.
That's
I need to
unbelievable.
do it all
We
my
have,
events.
We have
Amen.
in-person tutoring, we also have online programs, so if someone can't leave their house for some reason but has internet access, we can
Oh, yeah,
still try to
I need your card.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
said English as a second language.
Yes.
I have quite a few Hispanic friends that their English is broken.
Sure.
So do y'all are able to?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
oh,
get
yeah.
those
That's what I said, I need your card.
Yeah, that's perfect.
What did you
You
say?
didn't bring enough.
What about you, Ally? Anything? Y'all good?
Yeah, we good.
Okay.
I just started at
That's
Hands
okay.
Club,
I'm
so I'm
so
just here to
grateful to
learn.
have you
Just see
here.
what's going on.
I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you for having us.
absolutely. It's been
Yeah,
great.
thank you for being here.
Donna, I need
Yeah,
you
we
for so
locked
much
in,
stuff.
right.
Yeah, I need you for so much stuff, Donna. And Miss Melissa, I definitely need
Crystal.
to get in touch with her.
Donna.
Yes,
Follow
yes.